Hey, it's me, Jack Keck here. And today, I'm going to discuss a topic about about Resident Evil, the Resident Evil franchise's horror factor. Now, personally, I love the Resident Evil series from Resident Evil 5, from Resident Evil 1, called Veronica X. I mean, seriously. Yeah, I love the Resident Evil series, as you guys know. But, but recently I just realized this. Like, I did a Resident Evil, Deadly Silence review. Because, and I, and since it was based off Resident Evil 1, which is which is right here. See, that's a picture of Resident Evil 1. So Resident Evil DS is based off of Resident Evil 1. Actually, it's the exact same thing as Resident Evil 1, just made so that you can play it in the comfort of your Nintendo DS and Nintendo 3DS. So yeah. Basically the Resident Evil DS, or Deadly Silence, is what they call it, is Resident Evil 1. And trust me, Resident Evil 1, I already watched, like, some of the jump scares, like, that's why some of the jump scares didn't scare me, but even when I knew whether there was a jump scare coming or not, I was scared out of my mind. Like, I even had to change the rating on the scary o-meter from 5 to 6. Yeah. So yeah. Resident Evil 6. But then I realized that Resident Evil 6 is not a survival horror game at all. I mean, even just looking at this picture right here, I mean, it looks like Call of Duty Zombies right here. It's like, it doesn't even remind me of Resident Evil anymore. Like, I mean, and I'm mostly talking about Chris's campaign and Ada's campaign, really. Like, Leon's campaign was pretty good. Jake's campaign, Jake. Honestly, Jake's campaign was not that bad. It didn't really, like, just in my opinion, it wasn't that bad. Some parts weren't good. But yeah. Sort of scary, but Resident Evil, I mean, every Resident Evil player knows this. Every person who has Resident Evil knows this. Resident Evil, no matter what, to the core, will always be a survival horror game. No matter what, it will always be a survival horror game, no matter what Capcom makes it look like. Even if they like duplicate Call of Duty Ghosts, duplicate Call of Duty Ghosts, just what Chris Redfield in the campaign, and the enemies, instead of like soldiers, zombies. No matter what Capcom does to the Resident Evil franchise, it'll always be a survival horror game. And they honestly can't change that. That, like, Resident Evil would not even, or the fame in Resident Evil would not even exist without, like, without like this survival horror that started it all, like games like Resident Evil 1, and actually even Resident Evil 2 is a little more popular than Resident Evil 1 in my opinion. And heck, even Resident Evil 4 was a little Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 5 was just a little scary, I guess. I guess you can say that. I don't really watch so much videos about Resident Evil 4, but from some screenshots I saw, it's kind I guess kind of scary. But I'm gonna have to play the game for myself. Resident Evil 5, obviously, which was the first Resident Evil game I ever played in my entire life. At first, I already knew it was actually I never even at first when I got Resident Evil 5, like I already even knew that already knew that Resident Evil was a game with survival horror in it. Like I was gonna be scared out of my freaking little mind. Well, I shouldn't say little, but my freaking mind, because I knew like Resident Evil was a top-notch survival horror game. Like, oh no, there's gonna be some scary parts. Hopefully, I don't get nightmares. But once I just played the game a bunch of times, like on easy, hard, medium, veteran, professional, which I'm currently trying to beat. Yeah, which I'm currently trying to beat. And it's still not scary. I mean, actually, there are some jump scares. Just people are hate on the game too much to realize that there are jump scares in Resident Evil 5. But Resident Evil 6, mostly Chris's campaign. I mean, I'm not hating on Resident Evil 6. Resident Evil 6 is still a good game overall, even without the survival horror factor stuff in it. But still, if Resident Evil was meant to be a survival horror franchise, then why like right here you can this is Chris from Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 6. I mean, it's not a problem to change the camera angle in your Resident Evil games. Like, yeah, it's not a problem to change your camera angle to make it look like this. I mean, like, actually, I'm perfectly fine with that. Just that, I'm perfectly fine with that. Like they first started changing the camera angle really in Resident Evil 4. Every Resident Evil game up until Resident Evil 6. Wait, no, every Resident Evil game up until then, because I know there were some games between like Resident Evil 5, like Operation Raccoon City, Revelations. And some people actually said Resident Evil Revelations was scary, but let's get on topic. Capcom, you need to step up your game. Like even one of my Xbox Live / YouTube friends saw one of my comments through Google Play. He said Resident Evil's dead. Now I'm not sure if he actually plays Resident Evil, but it doesn't matter. I'm not sure if he plays Resident Evil like crazy and stuff or anything. I haven't really seen any Resident Evil videos on his channel, or if he just plays Resident Evil and doesn't really do any videos about them. By the way, his name is Amazing Creation, but still. I mean, wait, hold on, guys. I'm gonna show you something real quick. So yeah, I made this comment on this video saying my thoughts on Resident Evil 6, or at least Chris' campaign was like a mix of Call of Duty and Battlefield. But if Capcom wants to step up the game, they need to make a Resident Evil Deadly Silence. At least if they want to introduce people back into into the old days when Resident Evil was still really horrifying, then they need to at least make a Resident Evil Deadly Silence for other Resident Evil games. And another statement I recently said on this video. Oh, by the way, this is a funny picture. I Chainsaw My Genie guy. Hold on. So yeah, here's another statement I said. Like well, I'm gonna read it myself. Like I recently purchased Resident Evil Deadly Sounds, which was made to have which was basically actually not even a remake. Like this was made to have Resident Evil Resident Evil 1 to be on your Nintendo DS or 3DS. Well, at the time, I don't think Nintendo was planning to release a 3DS. I'm not sure, but that's not the topic. Like I recently purchased Resident Evil Deadly Science, which was blah blah blah. I just went over Nintendo 3DS, blah blah, and it was and quote from me, Jack Keck. It was horrifying compared to the Chris campaign in Resident Evil 6. Actually, it was horrifying compared to the entire game of Resident Evil 6. My thoughts? And if Resident Evil DS was made from the original Resident Evil, Capcom messed up. But I still believe that they have a chance to redeem themselves. We just have to see. So, like, yeah, I still believe Capcom can redeem the horror in survival horror, like in their Resident Evil game. Like I heard that they're making a Resident Evil 6. Well, but they might be in like it was going to release in 2015 or maybe a lot later because I heard that recently Capcom's money is kind of dropping right now. I heard like some rumors or something. Like there's this side video right here that says Capcom bankrupt? So yeah, but I still believe that like Capcom actually now after Resident Evil 6, now they're seeing that Resident Evil needs to be more horrific like it was in the olden days. Like, and I'm gonna put back up that meter. Like this might look old, and yes, the quality may look crappy, but still, that was horrifying experience. That was a horrifying experience. And I heard some guys are still some like people who are like 2 times older than me, maybe even 3 times, are still screaming over Resident Evil games. And I'm not talking about Call of Duty copies like basically Resident Evil 6 is the only Call of Duty copy. Like, I'm not talking about like this Call of Duty copy right here, Resident Evil 6. Or Call of Duty Zombies copy, like Resident Evil 6. I'm talking about games like this. Like, if that can make a 34 or 40-year-old nearly what their pants are, just at least scream slightly, then that's true horror. It's not just making kids scared, it's about making every adult, everybody who plays your game scared. Like in Resident Evil 5, I could see Capcom were actually trying to make an effort to be a scary game, because the opening cinematic, like where Jill was standing and this guy got like infected or something. Well, we didn't know it was Jill at first, but yeah, at least I could see that. I mean, at least I have to give Capcom credit on Resident Evil 5 for at least trying to make it a survival horror game. But the problem with Capcom is that they think, oh, like Resident Evil, like Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Ghosts, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, all those games are extremely successful. Those franchises like Battlefield 4, Call of Duty Ghosts. Well, actually, there were some people who thought Call of Duty Ghosts was crap. Well, not. I mean, I didn't think it was crap, but still, Call of Duty in general, Battlefield in general, BioShock a little, I guess, and what's that other game? Oh yeah, of course, GTA. And I think, everybody's into GTA. And I'm not trying to mock Capcom, because Capcom is an awesome company. I'm just saying, like, they're saying, oh, GTA is very famous. GTA, Call of Duty, everybody wants to get those games now. Nobody wants survival horror crap. So let's just try and disguise Resident Evil. Let's just try and make Resident Evil 6 seem like a seem like a action game with explosions and stuff. Like the prologue, like I heard somebody say that, like, it actually said a bad word, but I'm not gonna say it. Like how the H word. Actually, I'm not. That's not really a bad word. Just I don't want to say in this video. Like how the H word. I'm not talking about heck. Did Resident Evil go from zombies to run, like, and this is in the prologue, like running from like there's a giant explosion and Liam's like running to the helicopter. Then when they're in the helicopter, there's more explosions. Then this one guy gets infected. There's not even a survival horror factor. Like it gives you options of what you want, of how you want to kill him and stuff. Like, and yeah, I was kind of actually acting out there, even though you can't really see my face or anything like that. Like seriously. Now I have like a ton more things I have to say about this, but since this video is starting to get, actually I'm gonna say some of them. Like remember that time and I'm still doing Resident Evil 6 Let's Play. Don't get me wrong. But it's probably not gonna. The next time you see it's probably not. It's probably not gonna be on Chris's campaign or Ada's campaign. Actually, I'm not even gonna play Ada's campaign anymore. Don't. It's probably gonna. Next time you see my Resident Evil 6 series, there's only a slight chance it'll be on Chris's campaign. It's probably the next time you see my Resident Evil 6 Let's Play. It's probably gonna be on like Leon's campaign or Jake Muller's campaign. And he's totally bad, but Jake Muller. Seriously. The whole point of this video is that actually most survival horror games these days are actually dead. Because companies like Capcom are saying, oh, everybody's into Call of Duty now. And games like the Silent Hill series, which has been an actual competitor to Resident Evil ever since they both started, the Resident Evil and the Silent Hill franchises. I don't really know what Silent Hill is, but I know it's a horror game from what I saw. So yeah, not even companies like that with classic horror games are even saying stuff like this, like, so yeah, tell me in the description below what you think about basically the Resident Evil topic, and also why Capcom might act. Oh, actually, I already told you why. And just tell me, like, if Capcom is gonna step up the game, if they come out with Resident Evil 7, even if it's like in 2023. I'm sorry, that was just a side joke. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna come out in 2023, but at least I think there's gonna be like a delay for the game. But seriously, Tell me, 2023. Okay, guys, tell me what you think and why Capcom would even put, would even put these classic survival horror and go into and go into like you're running. Oh no, there's an explosion. You're running. Oh no, I'm Leon. I'm running from this explosion. Like usually in Resident Evil games, you would be running from zombies, or maybe even like a big zombie, like a tyrant, or Nemesis, or William Birkin, or any other iconic Resident Evil monster, like maybe even the liquor, I guess. But yeah, that's what you usually be running from instead of like trying not to get your face burnt off from an explosion. But guys, tell me if you really think Resident Evil survival horror factor's gonna stay at 1 minus. And yes, 1 minus. Is that even possible? But yeah, tell me if you think Resident Evil's survival horror factor is gonna stay at 1 minus, or if Capcom ever releases Resident Evil 7, it'll go up to like something like Resident Evil 1, or at least at least I'm expecting it to be a 4, like scary, like just moderate scary. I'm not expecting it to really be a 6, like I can't handle this. This is so horrifying. I can't handle this. Yeah. I can't handle this. I mean, I don't expect this to be like that. I mean, you can like, you can still have some action in Resident Evil. Just have the right, a good enough blend of action and still survival horror. Like you can have like like what, like you can still have a good action game with survival horror. I mean, no, a good survival horror game with action in it. So yeah, guys, tell me what you think about this whole topic. So yeah, that's all that's gonna have for today. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And as I say, peace out.